I have made it an enormous point to myself for the rest of my life that I will always only continue to get better with age, okay? The reason being that this is usually a very big thing that people end up worrying about in the long run. Something that people don't really think about while they're living their life until it gets to a certain point that they start overthinking these things and they start to have a fear and they start to assume the worst out of a situation, which there is no situation to even assume the worst out of, right? So I want you all to know that obviously with age, everything depends on you. Your energy depends on you. The way that you look depends on you. All the stuff that you assume about yourself, it depends on you. So when you go on throughout life and you're looking as good as you do, you're going to assume that as you age, in whichever way, shape, or form that may be, it will always only continue to get better with time. So you are aging with the mindset of, I'm only gonna get smarter, stronger, brighter, prettier, and even better than ever before. And that right there is something that I think is a very, very, very beautiful and healthy thing to keep in your mind, especially because there are so many people. I'm only 24 years old, but people I know around me who may be my age, even younger. Some of them are a little older, and usually, even though the topic of age doesn't really come up, that is something that a lot of people tend to be really pessimistic about. They fear that one day when they get older, I'm gonna look like that and I'm gonna be like this, and I might as well enjoy the days of my life right now because I'm not gonna have these days back. Babe, love to break it to you, but the days of your life is gonna be forever. They are gonna last forever, basically, okay? Everything in this reality is only going to continue to get even more complimentary and even more beautiful for you. So why sit here and write a whole narrative and agenda about how you get worse with age? You don't. You know you don't. Don't be stubborn about it. Don't try to find a reason or a way to be even more miserable within your reality. You know, you have to be strong about these things. If you decide on being and looking as good as you do and behaving as amazing as you do and are and will be doing for the rest of your life, then I promise that will manifest. That's going to happen regardless. It's going to happen no matter what. I just think that it's really important that you stop the fear factor behind it, because the fear factor, it's not going to help you. You know, it's only going to keep you in a box. And I feel like that's a huge thing. You know, like I was stating, there's people around me who do speak about these things, but a lot of times they either want to avoid the subject or they go full in on it with a very big victimization energy, because it's not that they want to find a reason to complain. I just think that their egos probably feel more comfortable when they find a problem with certain things. It's almost like, what's that phrase that I don't like? It's nothing in life is certain but death and taxes. I heard that in Meet Joe Black when I watched that in 2020. And I remember I was watching with my mom and I said, what does that mean? And she's like, nothing. I mean, I knew what it meant, but I was like, what do you think it means in your perspective? Obviously it's a movie from the 90s, because no one really says that anymore, I don't think. And she was like, well, nothing in life is sure except for death and taxes. Like, you're gonna get taxed regardless, right? And you're gonna die regardless, right? Babe, like, I get the gist of it and I get the energy behind it, but I am not with it. What I'm with is living our best lives to the most of our abilities. I think that happiness is for sure in this life, okay? So nothing in this life is guaranteed but happiness, exactly. And positivity and beauty and intelligence and everything else that you want. You see? You see how I flipped the script on that? Like, I'm not gonna let us, you and I, grow up to be some miserable MFs. Like, we're not those people. We're the ones who are in control, babe. We're the new gen for a reason. It's because we have to put these people on to knowing that with age, you only get better. Everything manifests even easier, even better, even stronger. And honestly, I know I say this, I've been saying this a lot recently, but every single topic I've been talking about on here, I just want to make a full-on video about it. So maybe I'll make a whole video about this. Maybe I will talk about how with age, you do get better, you manifest better, you become better. Everything is better for you because of the confidence that you have in yourself, and that consistently grows with time. And you want to know something else before I get off of this subject right here, this video, is that the same thing goes for everything else in this reality. Things are only supposed to get better with time. So if you're in a relationship, and this is just for anyone who's watching, if you're in a relationship, this may be a sign for you, but if you're in a relationship and your relationship is getting worse with time, such as I wish it was like how it was the first year because it was so much better back then newsflash, it's not your person. And the reason I'm saying that is because relationships are supposed to get better with time. You're supposed to know each other better with time. You're supposed to love each other more with time. You're supposed to be better with time, period, you know? So just a side note. But yes, the same thing applies for your age. Everything else in this reality, practicing things, playing sports, studying, everything, all of it, all of it. You only get better with time, and that is it, even though time is an illusion. In our realities, everything is used in the most positive aspect ever. That's it. But all right then, guys, with that being said, it was very fun to make this short little video for you guys, because obviously I felt like this was a very important message, and it definitely is. So I intend nothing but the best for you all, and that this helps you out to the most of its ability. Okay, guys? So with that being said, please take care of yourselves, continue doing what you're doing, and change your assumption about your age. You know, change your assumption if you don't already feel this way about yourself, because you should definitely feel this way, but make sure you actually feel this way and consistently keep it up with the mentality of everything is always working out for you, because it always absolutely freaking is, because we said so. That's it. All right then, y'all. God bless y'all. Please take care, everyone. Peace. Love y'all.